Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Fabled Talks Podcast. And for those of you asking about what happened, what's going on, unfortunately, we're still alive, as you can see. And we're back with another episode just for you, on public demand, we should say.
Yeah, the little followers that we have.
Somehow gained. It's like a freak of nature. How did this happen? But thank you so much for people that asked.
So we took a long break. And this time we just thought let's do a special episode when I'm here.
Since it is the holiday season.
Yeah, and that's what we are here. Unfortunately,
you
get to see us
back
again. You get to see us and hear us talk nonsense.
Once again.
We
didn't
talk
plan
about
anything.
our boring life.
Boring lives. Once again, life update. Back at it again.
Yeah.
I
So
recently heard this little track on Instagram. It's the song goes. It's a song. Okay, so it's a snippet. So it starts with from a podcast clip. So some people will say some random shit, and then it'll cut to the song. Another white boy with the podcast.
So
Ooh, another white boy with a podcast. Crypto.
okay, nice.
It's like I feel like we are just another white boy with a podcast.
Not white, but
yeah.
another dude with a podcast, man. Seriously, it's
Man. But shout out to Bumbag Music. I really like their songs.
Okay.
So what did we get up to? We have to just. So what did you get up to all these months?
All these months, it's been crazy months,
Fuck yeah, man.
I think I quit my job, so that was a big step.
Yeah, but I think it made you more gleeful.
Yeah, I kind of sense that, every now and then, of course, you have to worry about, financial aspect. But
Yeah, for sure.
But then that worry, it will, of course, go on till the day we die, right? Because we are living in a society where we need money to survive. So that's what I was talking with Anurag as well. He was asking me, how have you been, since the time that you quit your job and decided to do things on your own? Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out what I actually wanted to, The whole last 6 months was just a break of me, reflecting on things I wanted to, and I actually wanted to, do nothing. There's this, I don't know the term, this young Chinese people, recently there was a trend where they will just lie down and do nothing. There was this term. So actually I just wanted to follow that, but I could do that. I got some small projects that I had to do, and so I was doing that projects and things like that. But I think, not having that pressure, not having that, of course, at some point of time I will also have to go back and, to have my own targets.
True.
But then right now, you don't get the pressure of, you have to have targets. You have day-to-day targets, monthly targets, quarterly targets. So that, you don't have that pressure.
You just left it all for me.
So you can't blame it on me, yaar. Come on. That's not fair.
Yeah.
So, in that way, I'm with less pressure.
Less burden,
Less burden, I'm kind of happy, I think.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you can see in my face.
Yeah, you look like it's just glowed up a bit. From the time that you left, your sunken black eyes, now you've got a second coming of Alam.
Okay. That's nice. Then I think it's good if people can notice that as well. And I mean, you never know. I mean, life's so uncertain that, this moment I might be saying this, another moment I might be in a worse situation, maybe worse than what I have already been last 4 or 5 years back. So the whole point of quitting was to do things on your own, find yourself, Just try to find yourself. I mean, it's not there's no destination of I have that final destination of me finding myself.
It's just you started planting seeds.
So, when you have been thinking of doing that thing, when you have been, it's been, I think since pandemic, it hit me hard. Then I realized, there are things, only during this difficult and uncertain times, you get to realize, I wish I had done that,
Yeah.
I wish I had done that. I wish I had not wasted time, you get to reflect on that. So I've been, thinking of that since pandemic, and then it took me another 2-3 years
Yeah.
to actually take the action, to take the step. So I think I took the step, and let's see what happens.
It'll pay off.
7 years of being in work, private jobs. I mean, it's not the most glorified jobs. Like, at least for our people in our society, the place we live in, you know, like the Northeast, even in India. So,
but no,
anyway.
I think for your own sake, you made the right move, and like we already see you planting seeds for the future. So we can only hope the like your what is it called? Your legacy.
Man, that's like that word is too powerful. I mean, for me to be, you know, like, I don't know.
No, but it is like even what I'm doing, like small things, or even what Anurag is doing, small things. Everything is like it'll be accounted in our legacy at the end of the road. So
yeah, let's hope. Like, at least for the people who knows us closely, maybe like impact that we have on few people is more than enough. You know. You can't expect to make an impact, or you know, leave a legacy on like thousands of people. You can't. But
no. Even the small changes,
among circle of friends, and that circle of friends, you know, even just not about like legacy and things like that, but you know, having a positive impact as well. If I had a positive impact on you, or you had on me, you know, like vice versa, then maybe I can have a positive impact just because I got it from you, and then I can share it with other people. So it kind of grows, you know.
Yeah, true.
So I think I believe in
like
that.
They say it only takes one person to like say something or question something.
Yeah.
So
This kind of ripple.
Yes. Nice.
You tell me what you've been up to. How's been your work?
My back hurts. My knees hurt.
Yeah, you seems like
my shoulders are on the floor at this point. It's been stressful, but also not stressful in a way, because I don't know. As soon as there was an added pressure of working in a team, I feel like. So as soon as that pressure was gone, like I didn't have to think about or take responsibility of one or two more people.
Okay.
So that made it less stressful, but also the two extra people's work all fell down on me. So that increased the stress, but I think it's like a yin and yang, right?
Yeah.
So it balanced it out, I guess.
Also, that's the I don't know if it comes in a package of, you know, like working in a startup, you know, at least for maybe another
maybe
2-3 years, maybe if it takes off.
Yeah.
But you know, it's I don't know how do I put this. It's just like life itself, you know. Sometimes it's ups and sometimes it's down.
Yeah. True.
Because of course, since you've been working, and then even since before you came and before you joined us, you know, when I was working with the company, so we had that phase as well. We had that phase of, you know, like only like 3 people on the decks working, you know, like extra hours, more than 14 hours we've been working like that. Especially, I think, right after pandemic it happened.
Yeah, pandemic.
And then it kind of grew, and then suddenly again it dipped, and then of course, I think it's a phase. That's what I believe in.
Yeah. This will pass too. But yeah, for the time being, there's not too much of a stress, I would say. But yeah, sometimes when you're like on your 13th hour of your day, working, and then you're exhausted, and you just zone out, and you think about fuck this shit, but like, no, don't fuck this shit.
Anyway, have you been writing music?
I have been writing music. Music is ready to come out. It's just
I mean, that's your escape.
I take so much time, like recording is done, it's laid out on the tracks, but it takes me so much to make it sound like it's still not sounding like I want it to sound like.
Okay.
I don't know why. But I think there are 2 freestyles that are ready to come out really soon.
Okay.
So, yeah. Writing also, after I would say July maybe. I went through a block, and then I had to do a couple things here and there to like get back to again allowing myself to write shit. And it's like literally write shit. Like there was a point where I thought, this is not like, I know my, what do you call, my par.
Okay.
And this is not up to par, like what I'm doing. But it's just, I was just not allowing myself to write shit. So as soon as I let it all out, more stuff started coming out. But yeah, it was a process for me to learn. Like I've gone through writer's block before, but I don't know, maybe it felt like it hit a lot harder this time.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
I know maybe because of the work pressure and all those.
Yeah. I guess.
I mean, I feel like, I don't know. It's difficult
because
I'm not as creative as you guys, but like no, seriously. But sometimes I feel like you get new idea when you experience new things. Maybe new place or things like that. New perspective. So once you have a new perspective, when things are very monotonous, then I feel like you don't get too much of like fresh ideas.
Yeah, true.
I feel like it's always good to
No, actually that is true, because what helped me a lot were a lot of movies and series. I watched a lot of shit.
New ones?
No, I watched Peaky Blinders this year. So it's like I always leave out stuff.
Tommy Shelby.
I went to that phase. It's like it was a horrible phase. I was spitting in it everywhere and all that shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a horrible phase. But I went through it, and now I'm getting into the second season of The Boys. Let's see.
Okay.
So yeah, but a lot of movies helped me, and I gaming, actually I changed my gaming approach. I was doing a lot of from April to August, I was doing a lot of competitive, like I was playing Call of Duty and all of that. So I changed it to story-based games again, and so those stories, actually Red Dead Redemption 2, it really touched me. I played the whole game, and I sat there crying for hours and hours. It is such a well-crafted character and all, no? So it gave me another perspective, like the struggles of Arthur Morgan and all that. So yeah, I think what you're saying is true. And like a new perspective is needed every once in a while, even if you cannot go out anywhere or see anything new.
So what I mean is new experience. Sometimes you have that moment, you see something, fuck, I've never thought like that. You watch a movie and then, man, I've never thought about life like that, about like, you have some movies like that. You listen to some music and then you think, man, this is such a different type of music. I've never listened to that kind of music. So you need that experience, new perspective, that's what I mean, like not just traveling and going to new places and all, but I mean,
but I think traveling and all is more helpful, which is not because reach.
Because traveling, I think one thing that I would like to say is like traveling, it like enhance the entire our senses, because you get to new place, you see with your eyesight, you smell to that place, right? Then you go and experience the food. Then you talk to people, you get new ideas, new perspective, new culture. So entire senses is enhanced to the new experience, right? So that's what I feel like. Traveling in a way, it's like the full package that you get.
It's like a rehab kind of, mentally.
But sometimes like some experience can be worse also. Like I had my share of like bad travel experiences also. Sometimes it can be, like instead of, enhancing your senses, then all the perspectives and opening new perspective, sometimes like, fuck this, this was like the worst.
Even a fucked up perspective would be a perspective.
It's a new
to learn from.
True. If you have to think that way, true. That is a new perspective that you get, so that we don't, like repeat the same thing. You don't go back to the same place again. That's
I want to go back to that place again, but it fucked me up.
No.
True.
Seriously. And any new experience, fucked up experience was a new experience. So
how did your Spotify rap look like?
I was listening to mostly indie songs, I guess, because I use Google Music as well,
Okay.
Yeah, YouTube Music. So, like, if I have to listen to hip hop and other things, I mostly find it on YouTube Music.
Okay.
But then I mostly listen to indie music on Spotify, and I use for podcasts, of course.
Your algorithm must be like so. Like my algorithm is just everything that's new, everything that's hit right now.
Okay.
Like I think you get more discoverables on your algorithm, maybe.
Yeah, I get suggested, every now and. Oh yeah, that's talking about algorithm. There's one thing that I got to know,
Right.
like one of the guy was talking about it. I was listening, and then like nowadays, no hate to the content creators and all. Like we are also content creators, right? Like which means us included.
Yeah.
Nowadays, when you say you're influencers, of course we are not influencers. Thank God.
No. Oh my God.
So when you like the influencers and all, like they preach about not having to work 9 to 5 and having your own independent and like you're working for your own and all.
Yeah.
Then that guy said, you are working for an algorithm. Your boss is an algorithm. Like the algorithm decide,
Yeah.
like how much money you earn.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
Who sees everything is decided by the algorithm, right?
Mark Zuckerberg behind it all.
Yeah, and all the nerds out there.
Yeah, true.
So that's what I.
No, but
I found it interesting the way he put it.
Influencer propaganda is kind of shit.
Yeah, when sometimes they glorify too much as if like everything even the
is not
content is
empowering.
like it's like we do it. Of course, your art thing, your content is in your thing, but then you put it on your others platform, right?
Yeah. For other to feed on,
Yeah, for other to feed on. So you don't have the 100% control of your content as well.
Yeah.
Who sees it? Who likes it?
Who's pushing it?
Yeah, who's pushing it?
To your audience. Yeah, true.
So you don't have the control. So your boss is the algorithm. Even for us, algorithm, if you're listening, AI, please
get it to the top shot, please. We'll make this short.
No. It's okay if you don't. Like, please, like, let the advertisers see us and maybe we get some.
We are still after that Fifine sponsorship, by the way.
Fifine sponsorship. Come on,
We're still after that. Come on. Until we reach like.
Yes, for people who don't know what we are talking about, we are using Fifine microphones.
This is our startup. This is where everyone got everything started.
Yes, with the little money we had, we decided to buy. We don't even have a stable studio. Today we are just
renting a room
in an apartment. I mean, it's our apartment. So like earlier episode, we did it in a proper setup, like with the studio.
It look professional at least.
Kind of look professional, but now we are in the sofa. And next, I don't know, we might be outside in the streets. On the street, hustling, bro.
Oh hell no. Next.
Started from the bottom. Now it's still here. And
my God.
There's this song, one guy from Nagaland. No, he said like, started from the bottom. Now I'm still at the bottom. I don't know the exact word, but yeah.
Okay.
This one Naga rapper.
Now we need to do another one in Nagaland.
Yeah.
We need another Jam Studios 11 session.
Yeah, Jam Studio 11. We are coming. Border Lights, maybe Mar will be there, I think. Yeah.
Congratulations, by the way, Marjama, on his wedding.
I don't think he'll be listening. Yeah.
But he has been a guest. He's a friend now. So
yeah, sure.
Fabled Talk. He's a Fabled Talks alumni.
Man, yeah, everybody's getting married. Yeah. Seems like everybody's getting married.
It's just like 365 more days, and you're there, bro. Next year, we're counting on it.
No,
it'll be a grand wedding. We'll live stream it on YouTube. We'll live stream it on our channel.
Podcast.
The whole thing.
Just the audio.
Yeah.
24 hours.
24 hours wedding
stream.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah.
It's good for them, for people who like to settle down and, have a stable, all those things. But
yeah.
I mean, we still have time. We're still young. Come on, yeah. Look at me. I still look young. I still have time. So it's holiday time. It's a holiday season. So, any plans for the holiday season? I mean, of course, you won't be getting enough holiday. Like here, people don't celebrate.
I don't think I have any plans yet. So maybe something will turn up soon.
Okay.
Mostly, I think if anything turns up, probably I'm going to St. Mary's or something like that.
Okay.
It's just, or I'm going to some church. It's just that. So this is,
Okay.
But I know you're gonna be having a grand fucking fest.
No,
But it is your bihu, man.
Yeah, you can say that. It's our Diwali, you know.
Yeah, man.
So
It'll be grand. Whether you do it or not, it'll be grand in
normal party. I mean, I'll go to church. The first thing is like, oh, we have to go to church, you know, like on Christmas Day we have to go to church. We'll be hearing the sermons, praying for people, praying for yourself, asking blessings and things like that, and then evening party, campfire. No, campfires, and you know, like the things will start, you know, like meeting families. I mean, I think the whole point of us, you know, like during this season, the thing that I like also, I really like, is like the whole family comes together, you know. The entire,
it's supposed to be a reunion kind of event.
Most families, you know, get together during this season. So it's especially, and it's winter, it's such a cold season, right? It's a cold season, and then you feel that warm, you know, not like physical warm, but when the families come together, inside you feel that warm, right? So I like the season in that way, you know, apart from all the festive and, you know, like food and of course church, and apart from that, I like when family comes together, you know. Entire year you don't get to meet, you know, because of your own work and everything other, you know, like things falls in places, and when once in a year there's just 1 month where you all get to come together, share food, you know, talk about things, maybe we can plan for the next year, things like that. So
you're more for the reunion than the celebration.
Yes, that's what I like.
Okay, nice, man.
I think it's a good
it's
practice, right?
And also I think it's very similar to bihu, because it's only during bihu that, like, speaking for myself, it's only during bihu that I ever go to my village.
Yes, even for us, similar.
So it's just different names for the same purpose, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I was listening to George Janko's podcast with Andrew Tate.
Okay.
And they talk a lot about how, like there's so many atheists right now. They talk about the power of like a god. It's not just like your god or my god. It's just a god holding everything together, you know.
Okay.
The importance of it just stemmed because you talked about the algorithm, because atheism is rampant on social media, let's say. So it kind of like these are the kind of festivals, let's say, that highlight that importance, and also it gives you a chance. Like, you might not go to church here the whole year, but on Christmas you will go and you'll stand in front of your God and like ask for blessings or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's just that so many people are deviating from it, and what they said is right. The deviation is way higher than people that are actually turning to devotion.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's like those, not conservative, but like traditional morals and
orthodox
values.
More.
Yeah. But it's like not even like most people would label like modern ideologies as empowerment.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
And it's not even empowerment, bro. You just like, you're young now, and then 10 years down the line you look back and it's just...
Yes, that's what I feel like. I've been in similar situation like 6 years, 7 years back, you know. I feel like I was also like, with raging hormones and things like that, you know. And then we all go through that phase. But now the thing is that, you know, you have internet, and then everybody likes to talk their opinion, like how we are talking. So they get that platform, right?
But at least we're not pushing it on it.
Yeah, we are not pushing it on it. So we just share our opinion, and it's up to people to...
It's just an outlet for us. Like,
it's a therapy session. We call it a therapy session.
We're very thankful that you guys listen, but it's just an outlet just for us.
It's a therapy session. So what I was saying. So
about the modern.
So because of internet, social media, it kind of get amplified, and then it reach larger audience, and so it's almost like at this some guy I was looking at this design magazine saying that nowadays because of Pinterest every cafe is in all over the world looks similar. It's kind of similar, right? So you kind of tend to follow the trend. Everybody is doing this dance, where it was like earlier when you see when you have CDs, you see Russians coming up with different crazy dances, you see Japanese dances and all. Now everyone is doing this.
Now it's the same dance all over.
So in that way, even the ideas, even the beliefs, even the way that you talk, like how the devotions, how people are turning more into atheism and things like that, no? So even that also, among the young people, I think it's being amplified a lot.
Yes.
Especially because we all go through that phase, right? When we are, you're so confused in life, what you want to do. Because, you don't... We all go through that.
Yeah.
I mean, we are still also going through that. I mean, we have...
It's not like I don't question things.
Yeah, we still question things. But then now we got used to it. But initially we feel that, there's no God, things like that. But the idea of God, I have changed. I mean, even for me.
Yes, the idea of God has changed. Yes,
the idea of God has changed a lot for me over the years, Now, earlier... when I was growing up, we were only taught in religious side, God, then it's mostly something to do with religion, something to do with the institution, the religion, the institution that you are being brought in, the churches, or maybe the temples or things like that you grow in.
It was very cultish.
Yeah. You can call it, initially every religion started as a cult, so it's more of what's practices. It was more like a practices now. Now then, we go through a phase of, there is no God. If there was good God, and why did God make so much pain, misery in the world and all? Then later on, we realize, it's like, God, is a different thing, you can't just say that, God will solve the entire problem, or God is that, or that things that you believe in, or something that... or if you do that, God will do that to you. That's not the God that I have that idea now. The God that I have, the idea is something that we don't know, the mystery part of it.
Yes.
Nobody can explain the universe. Fuck it. Then there must be something, that's not...
Yes, yeah.
Nobody knows. Imagine the power that will be.
A higher plane of understanding, even. Higher plane of understanding.
Maybe higher being intelligence or anything. Yeah. Maybe some highly advanced AI that's got advanced, millions of years back. Who knows? It could be something like that, some sentient being. So that can be, that idea. Now, my idea of God is that religion's part is more like a tradition now, for me. It's more like a tradition. You kind of follow it, because everybody is following it.
Norm.
Yeah, you kind of follow it for the social norm and things like that. But now, if you want to have a relationship with God, I mean, not like a relationship, but if you want to believe, that if you want to believe, it's your own personal thing. I feel like, and it's so much peaceful, when it's that, when you have that understanding, because sometimes when you don't have hope, in life, sometimes you can't share things to family, you can't share things to friends, and you don't have hope, you can't depend on anyone. Then at least you just close your eyes and talk to someone that you don't even know, and I don't know where that message is going through. But in some funny way, sometimes I tend to, how do I say it? There's a miracle in life. I can honestly say that, this life is full of miracles that cannot be explained.
Yes.
That cannot be said that, this is done by that certain God, because I went to
because I did this good
prayed.
thing.
It's not like that, but sometimes you just have to believe, with your heart that, faith. Good things are, that faith believes that all those things you have to have a faith only, all that you can do is just hope.
Yes.
And that, I think, when you have that idea of God, and then it brings hope, that brings faith.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, it's very assuring.
Yes.
So instead of me going in, like alone in dark phase, you having that pain, like having that feeling, that pain alone. I feel like it's always good to have that, there's someone that I don't understand. Maybe I can just hope, that something will happen, something better will happen. And it tends to happen. The universe works in a miracle.
The universe,
universe works in that way, right? Very mystery. So even, of course, we say that God works in a mystery way. So that idea, the mystery is the thing. I don't like to, like got into that rituals of, or you have to do this to go to heaven, or you have to do this to...
I read a very great line about that. It's like, faith is only pure when it's not forced.
Yes.
So that resonates very well.
See, as far as the history dates back, and as far as we read from the history books and all, the last non-human beings and all Vedas, there was always like religion. The people always believe in something. They always look up in the sky and there's something, right?
Yes.
And maybe that's give them hope, or maybe that's help them in part of our evolution as well. And the reason being here, and still we believe that even after thousands of we are creating AI and all the stuff, we are flying to the moon, things like that. Like with nuclear weapons and breaking down the cells to the smallest atom particles and things like that. But still, we still have religion. Like religion go hand in hand. I mean, there's something that of course, religion, God. Like when you believe in God and things like that. And I feel like when somebody says, oh, I don't believe in God and things like that. Of course, you have, the whole point of you being alive here today, you were born, is because people have been believing that, and then they have been practicing that. Maybe if they haven't practiced, even if they haven't practiced or they haven't followed religion and things like, you might not be here. Maybe the entire human civilization wouldn't be even here. Right?
If there was no guiding hand at all.
Yes, no guiding hand, not giving them hope, or not giving them, believe that you can, go through like difficult times. Maybe everyone is like, fuck this life, just start.
that God was the original copium. God was the original copium.
That's what I'm saying. So maybe human beings would not have evolved, if there was no religion.
True.
This far. And then we get the opportunity to say that, we don't believe in things like that. So it's I feel like, I would not say that. I mean, looking back and things, and then the more I get to learn and things like that, then I feel like, at a certain point of time, I was also like, what's the religion? I don't believe in maybe.
But it's like all circling back to that new perspective thing. It's like, it's a collection of your perspectives over the years that has brought you to this point where the concept of God is more than just an idol that you worship.
Yes.
So it's a very beautiful thing that the person has to go through it, like personally, on a personal level, a person has to go through like not believing in God to having faith.
Yes, that's what.
Yeah.
At one point of time, I was, when I was in Punjab, I was actually, I don't know how to put it. I mean, I used to go to the new convertees, like people who converted from Punjab and like from Sikh and Hindus and all. I didn't convert them. They were newly converted. So there was some pastor and all.
Yeah.
So for us, we are privileged. For them, they think that we are privileged because we are born Christian. I was born Christian. So we used to go and then we pray for them, like we do that.
Yeah.
We, like talk to them about God and all. It's not like I knew everything about Bible, but then they gave us the privilege because we had the privilege of, being pronounced a Christian. But then now if I have to look back and, think, I mean, it was such a childish thing to do as well. And because I didn't have the same concept of God that I had when I was that age. Right now I don't have, so I wouldn't be saying the same thing, because most of the things that I was telling was just reading out from a book from a Bible, right? I was just reading out the stories, telling the fables. Like it's almost like teaching.
It's like people say that all of your answers are in your like whatever your religion is, all the answers are in your religious book. So it'll be a Bible, it'll be Gita for me, or whatever it is. So the people say that all the answers are in the books, but in all honesty, to find all the answers to life, you have to live first.
Yes.
Not just read off of a book that was written. Like sure, these are very wise pieces of history.
Yeah.
But you cannot just live off of what the teachings say. Like you have to live everything through and have your own perspective on things.
Yeah. So life is so beautiful. You get that one life for yourself, right?
Yeah.
We all have our own experience. And that, to be wasted on somebody's doctrines, somebody's say that, oh, you have to live that way.
Yeah, to just live like a sheep your whole life. Yeah.
And that also for another life that we don't know if there will be life, right? After this.
After that, yeah.
So in order to live that, I would not trade for that. I wouldn't also. Of course, you take good examples from books. Be it from Gita, from Bible, from Quran, take good examples, like good teachings, that can also help you like a guidance to your life.
Yes.
Sometimes it's a guidebook, kind of.
So
but doesn't mean that you have to actually do everything. It's not a practical book.
Yeah.
It's a guidebook. You take it, and then if it's helpful for you when you are living your lives, then you follow that. But if it's not helpful, then you do it your own. You bring it your own, right?
You get your own perspective on things. Yes.
So the people who like the story that's written in the Bible, even they try to live their own life. They didn't have They didn't have another Bible back that time, right? They didn't have another Quran or Gita, and then they had to live according to that. They lived that life. They tried, and those were very great men, wise men, and they had their own belief system that time.
Yes.
They had their own religion.
Yes.
You see, most stories that we find, with the kings and things like, and even in Bible, we feel, and like the Abraham, we call it, the Moses, like Solomon, all these people, like very wise. They had their own relationship with God. They had their own talk. They used to look up and they pray and all like that. They had that time there was no like Bible, like a guidebook or you have to like that. So those people, they live their own life. That's why their life was so good that people had to write it down.
Record it.
So thinking that, it can be a guidebook for somebody. But that's a guidebook only.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it will come in the exams, right?
True. Also, it's very poetic that you say that. It all circles back to the algorithm, because now it's you know why? Because it's just the same concept is like wise and powerful. Like even the power of the mind is a powerful man, right?
Okay.
So wise and powerful men were being followed by sheeps. And it is still the same thing today.
Yeah.
It's wise and powerful men being followed by sheep, and then they will try to force it on other people.
Yes.
It's just without the proper concept of what the other person is trying to preach. Without the entire concept, it all comes back to the algorithm. It's just being wrong information being pushed all the way.
Fake news.
Fake news.
That's what it is, yeah. Seriously.
It's all connected.
But it's a nice talk. Sometimes I like to, sit and because sometimes, when you actually sit and try to think about, you don't get to think about. But when you interact, then your brain kind of,
the hamster
works.
starts running.
Yeah, then the hamster starts running, and then, it kind of connects the dots sometimes. So I feel like, it's always good to sit and talk, have that conversation.
True.
The last 6 months, I didn't get this ideas and this, thoughts in my mind, even though I was doing nothing. Even though I went to the forest and just look at the trees and things like that, I didn't have that thought.
There was time
somebody
for you to empty
ignite,
Yeah.
You need ignition.
Yes.
In order the thoughts to run in your brain. So that's what we do. What we do for this, yeah. If we had to do for something, of course we didn't do it for money and things like that initially, for fame or like that. We do it that because initially when we started, we also said like that. We were actually having such kind of conversation in our workplace.
Yes.
And then we said maybe we can record, and then maybe somebody would like to listen.
Yes.
And I think we also got from our friends that maybe you guys can just record whatever you are talking and things like that. So, therapy session.
Therapy session, truly. And we are very privileged that you guys listen to us and still want us to record. and you still want to listen to us more, even though we just ramble shit, we're very appreciative of you. And
I'm sure,
yeah. Thank you so much. And happy holidays.
Yes, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year 2024.
We'll catch you again next year, and it'll be a special episode.
Yes.
So
definitely.
We'll catch you again next time, and peace.
Peace.